Someone reached out to me today to say, James, how do you have such a strong mindset? In this video, I want to share with you exactly how I've been able to leave the UK, literally get a one-way flight to Bali with my partner and survive out here for the last 4 years. But guess what? It's not been easy the whole time. There's been times where I've literally been getting drunk every single week, so I'm going to be super vulnerable. There's been times when I've been on the bathroom floor crying, thinking, when is this going to stop? But I knew deep down that I was meant for more. So I just kept going. I knew that one day I would start obviously having that full potential back and I would start actually going towards my goals. I knew that I was meant for more. So if you're a young man right now, grab a pen and paper because this is probably going to help you get to your first 100K a lot quicker. In my early 20s, I repeated the same thing over and over again. I'd be going out on the weekends, getting drunk, staying out till 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, doing other stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. You probably know what. That was keeping me up obviously late at night. Next day, I'd be anxious, I'd have anxiety, I'd feel depressed. I'd even start watching porn, and that was obviously giving me the dopamine just from the high back down to the low. I was fed up. The cycle happened for literally 10 years repeating. You can imagine how much internal damage that had done to me. And at the time, I was working in corporate sales. I was a sales manager, hit all the highs, doing over £1 million a year. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because, look, I started off in door-to-door sales, in the cold, in the rain, in the UK. And it was hard, believe you me. My knuckles were red raw some days. But it made me the man who I am today. It gave me a bulletproof mindset. Even though I was going on this cycle of going out every week, I literally had to sell to survive every single month. The first 6 months, I didn't make a penny. Why? I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have the right training. They just gave me the window and said, James, go to this lead and go and make a sale. I didn't sell anything for 6 weeks. I was embarrassed. I was scared. I actually wanted to quit, but I kept seeing other people around me driving nice cars, fancy suits. And all I said to myself was, they're just ahead of me. They're 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years ahead of me. Don't quit, James. I believe in you. So I kept going. Then I found Grant Cardone's How to Survive. Read all of his books on Audible as well. So I'd be driving my car every day. I was putting this in my ear. And it changed my whole perception of sales. I started obviously crushing it. I started hitting all the records. And I knew that I could start making life-changing money. But I didn't feel fulfilled. So look, if you're a young man right now and you know that you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, right? Stop it. Get in the gym. Eat clean. Yeah? This is going to get your mindset clear, which is going to give you clarity on your vision of the goals of where you actually want to go. If you have to cut out your toxic friends, then that's what you got to do. I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to give you the growth that you want. Because I guarantee you, when you start climbing the ladder, they're going to start trying to pull you down. But guess what? That's just because they're too scared to take action. It's like crabs in a bucket. So make sure you keep a strong mind. When they tell you to come to the pub, just say, no, I'm focused on my goals. If you stop drinking, you need to say this language, I don't drink anymore. Then once you've done this for 2 or 3 months, what's going to happen is your identity is going to start to change. People are going to say, James, you start to change. Guess what, motherfucker? I am changing because I don't want this old life. Keeping this cycle every single week. That isn't serving me. So you can have a rebirth, right? Then people are not going to recognize you. You're not going to recognize yourself. Then you need to leave that environment completely and go and find people that obviously are doing what you want to do. It doesn't have to be remote sales. Could be e-com. Could be anything that you're passionate. You want to be a coach online. Follow what you're passionate about. Make sure you've got around $10,000, yeah, and get the hell out of that environment and go and find somewhere, probably Asia, where you can live for around $1,000 to $1,500 a month. That's going to give you about 4 to 6 months of time, obviously, to be able to connect and actually build your business. Personally, what I would do is I'd do remote sales part-time, because then that's going to give you oxygen to be able to feed the idea or the business that you've got. And you can make $5,000 to $10,000 a month quite easily doing 6 to 7 hours a day. Most people will always try and build the business from scratch because they don't have the right foundations. So fundamentally, they have their obviously knees chopped obviously from the start and they never get to where they want to go and they end up going back to the job that they hate. So this advice will strengthen your mindset because sales is the number one skill that any business needs. And once you learn it, no one can actually take it away from you. You're always going to be able to make money online and you can go anywhere in the world. Because look, what part of anyone doesn't want to travel? But I get it. Change is scary. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, right? the life that you've got right now is costing you the version of you know that you can become. So you have two choices: stay comfortable and have no growth, or run towards pain, which will give you the growth that you need to get to where you want to be. It's that simple.